Hello, Claudia.
Hello, Ioana.
Hello, everyone. We are together today for the 307th investigative cycle, the protocol number 1. I am Ioana Sima. I'm an external hypnoperator and student of the Grifasi Academy, and Claudia is my support telepath for today. Claudia does not know today's subject in order to not contaminate the information. And as you know already, the protocols that we do, the investigations that we do, are composed of 2 parts. We have the fixed part with fixed questions that we cannot modify or deepen. And we have the second part, the free exploratory part, in which we will go deeper into Claudia's answers from the first part. If you want a personal session with me, you have all my contact details in the description box below. And if you want to be here with us during the investigation, you can send an email to investigations@calogero.com, the email address that you see above Claudia right now. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you right after. Claudia, you can get ready, you can get comfortable. On the count of 3, observe what you perceive or visualize when you connect with the sacred structure located in the center of the Sacred Mosque in Mecca, called the KAABA. 1, 2, 3.
You said called the KAABA?
The KAABA. KAABA.
Okay. I have no idea what's that, but the image that came was first of a structure. It actually came 2 images. First was a structure like that one that is called the David Star, I think. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, and the second one was a cube. That's why I was curious, because I never heard about this KAABA. But the image was of a cube, simply a cube, with perfect sides.
It is the cube.
Okay, that was the image.
Do you perceive anything else when you connect with this sacred structure?
Very heavy. This is the feeling that I get, extremely heavy. More frequencies, but all of them are connected to this heaviness. There's nothing else, nothing to, let's say, from the other spectrum. Is this heaviness with more, and as I talk, I keep getting pieces of images like this cube or KAABA. It's having something inserted that attracts around people, actions, vibrations, different frequencies. So it's like somehow like a center, like an essence of something.
Yes.
Let's say somehow like having some kind of powers. And with that, it's attracting a lot of frequencies around there. And inside, not only around. It's something has to do with the essence of this cube.
Good. Observe the area in which it is located and tell me what you perceive or detect.
Even from the first question, but now it's again the same image. It's more sun around. So the image that I have, it's like a dark color structure in the middle of that light, but not a light specific like an energy. To me, it looks like the light that comes from the sun. That's the image I have. and at the same time with a lot of, how to say, like it would be in a place where it's extremely dry. I mean, I mean the feeling it's we have this light that's coming from the sun, but it doesn't have all the frequencies from the sun. It's like it would be depleted somehow, this light.
Mm.
It's only one side or few sides from the whole spectrum that the sun could offer or have has
Mm.
on its own. Yeah, that's what's
Okay.
coming from the moment.
Okay, very good. What is its origin? Tell me everything you perceive on my count of three. One, two, three.
I have a both a two-sided image.
Mhm.
One, so the feeling that I have, it's the has something to do with underground from the earth, like the material or part of the material. Because when I'm telling you this, uh, I have an image that comes from outside of the earth. So yes, this is uh, what I have now. Two images, one from underground the earth and another one from outside. And when I say outside, I have an image like not clear from what place or from what planet, but I have like a round image, simply round.
Mhm.
It's normal, probably in general perception, round means a planet, a round planet, but in the same time, I see like a hollow, something empty in the middle of that. It's like I would see just a model, just a pattern in a round shape. It's not a whole planet. And I'm sure it's outside of our
Earth.
planet.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll get back to it. Okay. Do you perceive anything else related to the origin?
No, I see this mixture. So it has to do with both these places, both origins, underground earth and outside earth.
Very good. The black stone al-hajar al-aswad is a sacred rock embedded in the southeastern corner of the Kaaba and, according to the Islamic tradition, represents the last remnant of the original house. Decode its energy and tell me what you perceive. The black stone.
Yes, I have an image, but it's not much different from what I already saw. It's again that maybe a bit more. It's something that has to do with vibrations on this specific on this black stone. So this black stone is inserted in that cube. This is what you said, right?
Yes, in the southeastern
In the
corner.
southeastern corner. Okay. Well, now when I say you said again southeastern corner,
Mhm.
it came like a line that is connected precisely from that middle stone, whatever is that, and the planets or a point somewhere out of our space, our Earth. Mm. And that again, I see holes inside of circles. It's not
Horns.
holes. No, it's
Oh,
like
holes.
empty holes. It's like very confusing because in the beginning I have the feeling that I'm looking at on a planet, but actually when I get close, it's empty. It's like it would be circles, simply circles. It's like,
Mhm.
and between this stone, let's say, along that line, connecting with those circles, I see like those circles are moving in a way that are creating a kind of relation with this stone, this point specific, through that line.
Mhm. Do you perceive anything else about the stone?
Doesn't come for the moment, nothing
Mm,
else.
perfect. On the count of three, decode the symbolism of the cubic shape of the Kaaba. One, two, three.
Come to me now different, let's say, contradictory symbols.
Tell me everything.
Yeah, one is stability, like could have a kind of positive meaning for the people that are believing in that symbol. Um, Something that cannot be, how to say, destroyed, like something extremely powerful, uh, due to its shape, that cubic shape has to do with manifestation. Comes now to tell you, I don't know in what way, but that came like manifestation in the material world somehow, has to do like a symbol of power for the people, Jewish people, that believe somehow in their, how to say, a higher destiny. It's
And
like, yeah,
Muslims.
Muslims. Okay,
Mhm.
um, it has something to do with this. Uniqueness of their belief, their belief systems, their connection with their God. Um, we'll keep investigating because still I still keep seeing also Jewish somehow connected with that cube. I don't know why.
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll come back to this question. Okay.
Okay.
What happens to the subliminal part of a believer who physically enters or mentally connects with it?
I saw immediately a head, a face, a person that as soon as connects with that, it's like mm, has inside that person gets very fast a feeling of obedience, of connection, but he doesn't feel that way. That's how I feel it and tell to you. But that person feels somehow empowered, uh, feels in a deep connection with a superior entity, with their God in a way. Mm, it's like enters a magnetic somehow field as soon as the person connects with that, and has this again. I have now this image that I was having in the beginning, has this ability, that cube, to attract people in that way.
Magnetic ability.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I see many people, a lot of people around that cube, and
Yes.
it's they are different in a way, okay, because there are a lot of different persons, but the energy, the field that is created between them and the cube is quite similar for all of them. is that obedience that I see that had, you know, bowed. I don't know if I say correctly, in front, all of them, like looking down in the ground.
Submission.
Submission, yes. It's kind of common to all of them
Mhm.
when they are there or
Yeah.
connect. It's like giving on the, they think they are using their free will to offer their energy, their obedience to that. They consider that through that cube, they are in connection with their God.
Yes. Very, very good. Very interesting. Now observe the directional line called Qibla, toward which the Kaaba is oriented. What happens on the etheric plane when millions of people align themselves toward that specific point during prayer?
It comes back the same image that I had before with that line.
I know.
Yeah. And again, I have the feeling that it is a planet there, but it's just a bit special, let's say, but still a planet. Uh, like has a connection, that planet with the whole this thing, the planet, the cube, and the people that are creating this synchronicity when they are all aligned with that point and creating huge amounts of energy in those moments when praying and looking oriented to that place specifically.
Mhm. Good. And the last question is observe the rite of Tawaf. What happens on the energetic and subliminal levels when pilgrims circle the Kaaba counterclockwise?
I saw like spirals very fast that of energy that are created, but in a way that doesn't look positive to me. Simply above that cube, as long as they walk around, I see spirals of energy stronger and stronger being shaped, formed,
Mhm.
and going up, simply going up, but following the same path that I saw before. Has something to do with that inside corner on the southeastern side of the
Mhm.
cube. So going somehow through that path along a lot long, a lot more far beyond, probably has something to do with that planet that I was seen before. It's
Mhm.
like a collection of energy from very high
Massive.
realms. Yeah.
Okay, why do we are in the free exploratory part, Claudia? So we'll
Mm-hmm.
investigate this further. First of all, why are they circling the Kaaba counterclockwise? Why not clockwise? What does this represent?
The feeling that I have, it represents stability, to become even more, to root even more the symbol, the power, everything that surrounded that cube. uh in a very simple way, looks like something negative being anti-clock, reversed, but this is also the meaning to make it even more real, even more material. So if it be the other way, clockwise,
Mhm.
would be something connected with etherical planes with light, energy, but doing the other way, it's rooting all the energy even more on earth. So to make it look even more real, even more here, this is what I see. Uh, on one hand, that planet, that place, um, it's collecting the energy from here, but in the
Mhm.
same time, like they are rooting even more the symbol, the whole belief patterns, let's say,
Mhm.
here on Earth. And from here, um, from this essence, let's say, as a concept, I feel like has to do also with creating even more dense material stuff, whatever that would be. So it's not only connected with their belief systems, their religions, their way of thinking. It has to do with the material world in general. It's like a very strong point, looking like, in order to root even more and to empower even more the material world. This is the feeling that I have. I mean,
Mhm.
it's not the only one uh, on the entire planet. There are
Yes.
also other ones, but this one is also a very powerful symbol. That's how it looks to me. And if we go from here, we can say that it is an aspect that's favorable
Mhm.
or preferred by the entities that want to keep going this system as a material
Yes.
stage,
Yes, of course.
for them.
And observe now when thousands of people are doing this, when thousands of
Hmm.
pilgrims circle the Kaaba counterclockwise, what is the energetical impact overall? My question more precisely,
Hmm.
does this ritual have an impact on other people on the planet that are not in near the Kaaba?
Yes, has an effect also on other people. When you're talking about those people, the first I told you before that, but now came again aside that beside that feeling of being obedient, now came a kind of like they are hypnotized. I had this image doing a thing without thinking actually. mm, and this is the imprint, the uh, image that I have on the other people too. They are not there, but having let's say this thing that they are doing there, it's having a kind of impact similar but lighter, of course, is not the same, but participate in a way um, on all that thing, trying to hypnotize people on a general level, let's say,
Mhm.
in all kinds of things that we know. But this is something, a very strong, a very important way, method to to make it even harder, to make it even more heavier on other people. But of course, here it's again another discussion if who's getting affected or who doesn't from the other ones who are not there. I mean,
Of course.
but as a general speaking level, now
Yes.
it's just something that they are empower
Another
even
method,
more.
yeah,
Yeah.
of
Hmm.
collecting and,
Yes,
as you
influencing.
said,
Hmm.
uh, stabilize, rooting
Hmm.
the energy they want in the physical plane.
Exactly. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
You you perceive the cube being black, and it is
Hmm.
true. The cube is covered by a black cloth. It's called kiswah. What is the reason for that? What do you perceive is the reason that they covered the cube with this black cloth?
I have in front of me now, I don't know the reason, but I have in front now an image like would be dark matter, like would be
Yeah,
the non-shaped reality, something universal, something that claimed to be the essence from where the whole material world uh, is birthed somehow, or
the origin of the
the original of the material
okay.
world. Yes. Like that substance, that thing could rebirth again. Something like that has a meaning of being immortal, or being the essence from where other worlds could take could be born again, be born.
Okay, this is interesting because it links with the black stone, the secret
Hmm.
sacred rock in the southeastern corner. Um, so in the Islamic tradition, it represents the last remnant of the original house. And by house, they mean house of God, of Allah.
Hmm.
Um, why, like linking the information of the black cloth, the dark matter, the
Hmm.
origin of the material world, they call it house of Allah. Do you perceive something
Yes.
about this?
No, not more, but simply more linked.
More linked.
All of these elements, like being, yes, a virtual house that could be reborn again if needed, when needed, something like that. That's the
Mm,
symbols that I feel they are connected to each other.
yes, yes. Okay, very interesting. And now, related to the black stone, you perceive that line, of course, that connects to the planet and the empty circles moving that are in relation with the line.
Hmm.
Decode these empty circles. How are these empty circles linked to the origin of the cube that is outside the earth that you perceived? The round shapes.
It is something. Now, listening to you, I
Yes.
was seeing that those circles, they are connected for sure with this cube in certain moments, or I don't know, the image is like that, like these circles are moving and they are having in the middle like a small planet, let's say, something round, like a essence
Yes.
round, like a small planet. And when they are moving around, they are creating some kind of vibration, some kind of sound, some kind of feels like saying the birth sound, the birth of material world sound. And when I say that, it's a connection between that, all that structure, and this coming like through a line to this cube. So to this, to Earth actually, but through this cube, black cube. So it's, let's say, somehow they create a kind of resonance
Mm-hmm.
between all that stuff from the other side and here, uh, and empowers somehow the earth itself to produce in a way that sounds too, but on a much smaller scale, or on much underground scale place. And now it comes to me again, that image when I said it's compounded by two elements, that black cube also from underground
Mm-hmm.
elements. And now this is what I see with this sound, but very deep, very, like I would say, I would say maybe I'm wrong, but that feels like saying that resonance Schumann it's somehow impacted or influenced by all that structure that comes from the other side, from the other planets, with those
Mhm.
circles moving, creating that vibratory sound that influence the whole structure here on the cube and on Earth itself.
Um, Very good. The Schumann resonance is not a fixed resonance. It has
Mm,
highs and it has lows.
mm.
How, in this case, what do highs represent and what do lows represent in relation to that?
Um, I have an image like patterns that's coming now, but having to do again with that, what I said before, with the other planet, with that structure, with the circles, but it's depending on other conditions. That's why what I described before was a general aspect, but it's not the same powerful or weak all the time. Is depending on other conditions. Also, the resonance is not only dependent on that structures,
Yes.
it's a lot of other things. It's
Mhm.
also the earth itself, other conditions, other patterns, other cycles, also the people on living on earth. Um, when I'm talking now about resonance, Schumann resonance, I have this feeling that it's being like a, let's say, kind of heart from of our earth, of our planet.
Mhm. And the movement of the circles and the small planets that
Hmm.
create this uh, these sounds influence this resonance and other things. I got it. And the
Yes.
resonance is influenced by also other things, not only
Yeah.
by this. Okay, let's strictly refer to this Kaaba and these circles, empty circles.
Hmm.
What what are they influenced by? Their movement is influenced by what conditions?
The movement
The circles that are
of the
creating the
circles.
sound. Yeah.
It's a kind of you are talking now about that planet, that small planet, right? That we talked before.
Yeah, so you perceive only one planet or are there more?
No, I perceive one.
One. Let's talk
One.
about that. So that planet is creating the sound?
Yes, but
Okay.
more specific, the circles around.
Okay. So there are many circles around, but only one
Exactly.
planet.
Exactly. That's the feeling that I have.
Okay. And the movement of the circles create this birth sound.
Exactly. But
Okay.
still has something to do with the planet itself. It's a
Yes.
conjunction there. It's a synchronicity, more the structure of the planet feels like saying. Uh, I don't know why now came an image like something very iron-like
Iron-like. Is it a circle?
structure,
The planet? Is it a circle? What shape is the planet?
round, but not
Round.
very round, a bit more flat.
Okay.
This is the image that I have.
Okay.
Yeah, but very much iron.
So the synchronicity, what role does the iron play in the distributing the sound or in relation with the sound?
While you're talking now, I saw also a different image, also connected to that planet, something red, like a flame, something like somewhere in that planet, and having a very much energy type of structure, not that iron.
Mhm.
It's more conditions being there in the planet that generates somehow generates simply. the movement, probably the synchronicity from these conditions, creating a kind of result, as a result, the vibrational movement of the circles around.
Okay. Do you
Yes.
perceive that the movement of the pilgrims, or of people that pray in the Kaaba influence the sound that is created,
Also,
the movement
also,
of the circles?
yes, is a
Okay.
two-side
It's a
movement.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes, so it's influenced by the planet itself and by
yeah, and the
okay, and
pilgrims.
the
Yes,
pilgrims. Okay. Now, Claudia, go closer to this red flame, to this energy in this planet, and decode its frequency, decode the meaning of this. What is it composed of, this energy?
it feels infinite. First of all, feels like without depth, without end. Actually, this flame. I mean, it's not something that ends,
Mhm.
but not. I don't feel like. You know what's the difference between? Because I had also an image of. I don't know, the universal infinite, you know, that omnipotent field from where you can create everything. Well, here on this red flame, I have the feeling that can be it is infinite, but infinite, this infinite field needs something
To be
to be
infinite,
filled,
to be, or to
to be
exist.
filled there
Okay,
in
okay,
order to
in
exist.
order
No,
to exist.
it's the other way of the infinite concept. It's the other way. It's infinite, but it's infinite in accepting and attracting inside. It never has enough, and to have that needs all the time manifesting outside, in exterior, outside. That's why it needs that connection with earth, with that cube, with also other parts. Is not only here. Needs those connections in order to validate that red flame. Let's say to validate to. It's never satiated. How to say?
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
never full. It's never
it's never
enough.
full. Exactly. It's never enough.
Do you perceive that this red flame is connected to other places in the universe or
Yeah.
only to Earth?
No. Other two.
Mm.
Other two.
How
So it's.
many connections do you perceive it has?
I don't see a number, but I see lines.
Yes,
More lines
a
that
lot
are
of
going.
lines or
Not a lot. That, but I have the feeling that I don't see them all. Like some of them are more blurry,
yes.
or some of them, it depending on the strength of the. But still, it's, you know, let's say like a comparison, like I'm having in front of me a kind of a spider that
Yeah,
has a lot of net,
yes. Webs,
the
spider webs.
webs,
Yeah.
exactly, spider webs, needing that in order to feed that circle, that center, that red flame, that's, yeah, but still having also this iron structure has to do with creating or supporting the creation of different material words or places. So,
Okay, that was my next question.
ah,
It's perfect. Continue. So, what's the purpose of this flame,
yes.
of this spider web?
Yes, it's now it's very simplistic what I say, this red flame and iron structure, because I have the feeling that there are a lot more. It's
Yeah.
like I'm on the surface now and I can describe a few elements, but in fact, it is a lot more complex. But this is the, after all, the purpose to create more things that are in synchronicity with its structure, the most important thing. in order to generate those vibrations that this flame needs. So create something big, as much as possible, an external world, but keeping it controlled and in connection through those lines of, let's say, interference looking like. But if we look from this side of the planet, doesn't look like an interference, looking like a god actually that created or a planet, let's say. And then it's normal that that planet has to return back the energy to the creator. So let's say like a god with interests.
Yeah.
That came to me to tell you.
Do you perceive that this iron planet and this flame is was or is created by a species or a race, or it just exists?
No, that from the not from the beginning, but quite soon after, I had a feeling of a lot of entities are somehow nourished and empowered by that red flame. Feels like telling you, but the planet itself, with everything that contains in that planet, I have a feeling of many vibrations there, all of them of this kind. Okay, so having interests, different kind of interests, but also with those rings, um, all of them has something specific for different species. So I don't have the feeling like only one species would be
Yeah.
connected with that, but still not all of them that we know.
Okay.
In general, I have this feeling of those that are more darker, let's say, more those that don't that need something. All of them need, but I feel like telling you that those that have no end in their attraction of energy, that are
Mm-hmm.
always hungry, always needing more. This is the specific of that
Mm-hmm. Okay.
planet. That's dark, that's
And
deeply negative.
from what you said, from what you perceived, I feel like it's also sort of a distribution system, this planet, this red
Mm-hmm.
flame. Okay. Give me the first race you perceive when you, after everything you said, what's the first race that you perceive? Not human,
Draconians.
draconians. I was feeling that too. So draconians, they are feeding on this energy
Yeah.
that is collected and distributed. But do draconians give energy to this? Do they have an exchange like we have with this planet? Or do they only feed themselves and they don't give anything back?
It's something like it's something like these entities
Yes.
when they are here, it's simply like are part of that planet. It's interesting that I had this feeling the same like when you are talking about, I don't know, the source, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah, okay.
that we are exactly the same process. I have the feeling here. It's like when they feed themselves here by attracting the energy of humans, they actually feed the planet automatically. So it's not something that it's made on a conscious level because they are part of that planet in a way, but on a vibrational level.
Mm-hmm. It's
They are,
the
they are,
source of the draconians.
yes, yes, something like that. Yeah, that was the feeling. They know what they do, and they don't give actually because it's already feeling because they are part of that. It's like would be uh, little pieces uh, spread around Earth, but being in the same time part of that place, of that planet.
And you mentioned that are more races
Hmm.
connected to the lines of the planet. These other races, how are they functioning? Do they give the energy to the draconians too? or are they part of their source too?
Yes, there are more. Is not only this planet, indeed. When you're talking now, I was having, for example, the a kind of reptiloids, those very high into feet,
Yeah.
and in a way collaborating or cooperating with these ones, with that planet, but having their own source, their own vibrational, the dimension where they are living, let's say.
Hmm.
Mm, but in another way, when you asked before what's the first race that comes to my mind, and I
Yes.
said draconians, in the same time, I was having on a, let's say, in the background, an image of, again, reptiloids, but another kind, that kind that's not in four legs, but still somehow like hybrids with draconians, somehow. Uh, with a more darker color and
Do they have wings?
no, no,
So darker skin color
darker skin color, exactly.
and eye color. What is their eye color?
A darker, not
Darker.
green, like a dark brown. That's the color that I see.
Do they have a tail?
Yes, yes, I see a tail. But still, it's not, would be wrong to say that they are somehow divided on the level of their darkness. It's not that. It has to do with their place, birthplace,
Yeah.
the connection with this planet. This is the feeling that I have. On the same time, they're cooperating so with other species that are having different birthplaces. For example, some reptiloids are having their vibration dimensions
Yes.
where they're
Okay.
living. Yeah.
Hmm.
And also other species, they're having different things. But still, in a way, there is a connection between this planet with those rings and all the others.
Yes, it's an entire
It's like a
environment. It's
yes, yes, yes. It's something that it is connected depending on the time, depending on their common projects.
yes.
They support each other. They are developing things together. Yeah.
Yes, they are living as well on other planes, and this is
Hmm.
their universe that we
Yeah.
attained, that we discovered in this investigation. That's
Yes.
very interesting. And of course, there are many types of, the species and the race.
Yes.
So that differs. Okay,
Many types,
many
yes. And
types.
so also depending, while we talk now, I see people, for example, influenced and by these entities. And also them are not all of them interfered by the entities that are having something to do with that planet,
Hmm.
with circles, but still, s- how to say, I have the feeling like some people are borrowed by some
Borrowed.
entities, used by some entities for a while, they're then changed to other entities, is depending on the weaknesses and the vulnerabilities of that person. So it's a lot of combination.
Yeah.
They can collaborate also on the same person, even if they are coming from draconian stuff or humanoids, or is
Yes.
depending on that person how much allows to be interfered.
Yes. And speaking of that, excellent. The KAABA, the magnetic field, is
Mhm.
attracting people. What are the subliminal conditions of
Yeah.
this attraction?
First came to me that availability, let's say, to be part of a hive,
Yeah.
I say correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because that has to be deeply rooted, instilled in that person in order to be attracted, first of all.
Hmm.
Even if it's not part of a group at that moment, but if it has that weak point, let's say, will be influenced by the prayers, by everything that's going on around that cube,
Yeah.
and they will be attracted. And usually, yes, to this kind of groups, not necessarily religious, but groups that are having following the same type of rules, or so to take a position, to be part of something, no matter what, but
The
will be
need to
the
belong.
need, exact, the need to belong, exactly, will be even stronger after getting into the resonance with the prayers and what they do, the rituals around the cube. And not only
Yes.
that, again,
Hmm.
like in any religion has this kind of rituals, but this one, I don't know for what reason, looks like more obvious, more stronger somehow.
What makes
Um,
it stronger?
that cube, that's the
Okay.
connection, the straight connection, direct connection with the outside world, outside the earth. That feels like to me, and probably the strength of that planet, of that red flame. I don't know what it's. It's indeed something very powerful.
Hmm.
Mm, in that matter, powerful, I say, in order to attract more people that are again synchronized with that kind of
Frequency.
frequency. Yeah.
Condition. Yeah. What
Hmm.
do you perceive that there are other structures on Earth linked to that planet
A
like that
lot feels like
directly,
saying, feels
like
like
the Kaaba?
yes.
Okay. A lot.
I don't feel, I don't see directly in the way of being religious centers of
Hmm.
prayer, but
Yes.
still I see that exactly those corners, those sides, uh, as a symbol instilled in many buildings. And the buildings that to me look like modern buildings, don't look like something religious, but still somehow they are placed on specific places on earth, so has something to do to influence and be influenced by the um, natural grids, uh, lines
Yeah.
from the earth, to modify, to influence also the Schumann resonance, and to be influenced at the same time. So they are simply placed inside different buildings. I feel like saying those modern cities um, are having this kind of
Symbols.
symbols, yes, very similar and connected to that
Yeah.
planet.
For example, the line, the city that they're building right now mm, in the desert. They're building a city that is of the shape of a line.
Hmm.
Do you perceive that it's connected?
Yes, I don't know where is that. I
It's
don't
in
know
the
what you're talking
desert.
about, but I have the image. I have the image of something. It's not only one; it's more lines.
Yeah.
Um,
I asked you because it's very new. I don't know if they even started building it, but it's very new and very futuristic.
exactly. I
Yeah.
have this, and while you're speaking, I had another name came
Mm-hmm.
to me,
Tell me.
and I have no idea where is that, but I'm telling you as it came. Ulaanbaatar. I don't know what's
Ulaanbaatar.
that and where is that, but I have this feeling of being there, those symbols inserted in some buildings.
Okay.
And
Well,
also another, now as we speak, another image with people that are having those eyes like almond shape. Kazakhstan, I don't know, maybe, but the image came with those kind of people also being there. So it has to do with the place where they put these buildings with those special symbols, with specific places. So not connected with the people from there specifically, but with what's in the ground. They need
Mm-hmm.
that to shape that connection in
Yes.
order to root more again the density, the material.
The maintenance of the
Yeah, yeah,
world we live in. Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
And speaking of people, Claudia, two times in the beginning of this investigation, first you saw the David star, which is
Mm-hmm.
Jewish, and second, when we discussed the symbolism of the cubic shape of the Kaaba, you
Mm-hmm.
again perceived
Mm-hmm.
Jewish people,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's Muslim, it's Arab, it's Allah,
Ah,
it's why why did you perceive Jewish?
it came now when you're speaking now. It came like two faces of the same coin.
Okay,
This is what came like
yeah,
simply the same roots, but different, let's say, groups or tribes or levels, in order to create and to put in scene in place the script, what they
yeah,
need to be done. Otherwise, it cannot be,
yes,
put in place. The story itself. Yeah.
yes, okay. Okay, I ran out of questions, but you can tell me, Claudia, if you perceived anything else about the Kaaba, about the people, the rituals.
Not so much. No, I'm just looking. I'm seeing, and I'm seeing the influence being on those people that already having something has something to do with that, with
Mhm.
those synchronicities, with those points specifically. It's not something more than other triggers that are trying to plant on Earth. It's not something. It is important. It's a very important point, but for the people that are enough, how to say, aware of
Yeah,
themselves, it's not something to talk more
yes.
compared with other points. It's just another maintenance point, as you said.
Love this name, maintenance
Mm-hmm.
point.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
very good. Now you can take a deep breath and disconnect. And I will count from 1 to 3. And at 3, you will be fully in the present moment.
Hi.
Hello.
Wow, such a
Wow.
lot of people there.
It's rare that I stay 1 hour, but we did 1 hour
Yeah. Sharp.
because sharp, 1 hour sharp. So interesting. And I'm trying to avoid saying interesting, but this is, I can't.
Yes.
I can't.
And everything is round in there. Very nice symbol too.
The cube shape,
Mm-hmm.
it has a huge significance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, you can look it up.
I look. I look.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
At least some nuances we
Yeah.
took out.
And I think it was a different investigations than the others.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've traveled to and like I've discovered new things. We learn new things. I learned new things.
Yeah.
Thank you, Claudia, so much.
My pleasure, as usual.
Thank you, everyone, for listening, for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Have a great day and week.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Buenos días.
Dzień dobry.
Bienvenidos a este primer vídeo de Disclosure en español y polaco.
Bardzo Was serdecznie witamy na tym nowym wideo, które będzie w języku hiszpańskim i polskim na kanale Disclosures.
Vamos a producir mucho más vídeos en futuro como estos vídeos informativos.
W przyszłości stworzymy dużo więcej takich wideo, które będą Was informowały o różnych rzeczach.
Porque estamos notando que cuanto más se va divulgando este trabajo, estas hipnosis por internet, también cuanto más mala información se está difundiendo.
A to dlatego, że zauważyliśmy, że im więcej wstawiamy sesji z naszymi hipnozami, tym więcej jakby informacji sprzecznych zaczyna się rozprzestrzeniać.
Y entonces hoy vamos a hablar de las sesiones investigativas.
Więc dzisiaj będziemy mówić o sesjach badawczych.
Porque estoy viendo que hay personas que a lo mejor se dedican a una sesión con una persona, se van a algún lugar, preguntan algo y lo poco de información que pueden extraer de una sesión se lo creen como si fuera oro, completamente puro oro.
Bo zauważyłem, że są takie sesje i takie osoby, które robią jedną sesję z jedną osobą na dany temat i kiedy wychodzi tam jakaś informacja, to jest ona odbierana jakby to było rzeczywiście coś niesamowicie wiarygodnego, jakby to było czyste złoto.
Yo os digo que la sesión así dicha investigativa no existe.
Ja chciałbym Wam powiedzieć, że sesja badawcza tak naprawdę nie istnieje.
Entonces podríais como preguntar, entonces cuando haces una sesión a un cliente y preguntas cosas, ¿por qué preguntas?
Więc mógłbyś mi zadać pytanie, więc skoro robisz jakąś sesję z jakąś osobą i zadajesz jej pytania, to właściwie po co je w ogóle zadajesz?
Sí, sabemos que la información en hipnosis está muy, pero de verdad muy contaminada.
My bardzo dobrze wiemy, że informacja, która wychodzi podczas hipnozy jest niezwykle, ale to niezwykle zanieczyszczona.
Y esa información, así como sale de la hipnosis, no podemos tomarla como conocimiento, como investigación.
Więc takiej informacji, która wychodzi podczas sesji hipnozy, nie bierzemy nigdy jako takiej informacji, która jest rzeczywiście bardzo prawdziwa, zgodna z prawdą i oczywista.
En el caso de sesiones a clientes, la información que sacamos nos sirve por otro objetivo. El objetivo es llegar a la causa de su problema y trabajar.
Te informacje, które uzyskujemy podczas sesji dla klientów, służą nam zupełnie do czegoś innego. Celem jest to, żeby znaleźć przyczynę i pracować nad nią.
Pero ¿qué significa que la información está contaminada? ¿Cuánto está contaminada y por qué?
Ale co to właściwie oznacza informacja zanieczyszczona? Kiedy jest zanieczyszczona i dlaczego jest zanieczyszczona?
Hay que saber que cuando nosotros pedimos una información y nos llega a través de una persona en hipnosis, esta información sale de una fuente, para así decirlo, y atraviesa muchas dimensiones, muchas densidades.
Kiedy prosimy o jakąś informację podczas sesji, to ta informacja, powiedzmy to w ten sposób, pochodzi z jakiegoś źródła, ale w międzyczasie przechodzi przez wiele gęstości i wiele wymiarów.
Y también pasa por conciencias, por inteligencias. Esa información viene atrapada en el éter por varios seres.
Ale ta informacja przechodzi też przez wiele umysłów, wiele świadomości, istnieje w eterze i może być przechwycona również przez wiele bytów.
Estos seres, estas inteligencias, pueden voluntariamente o involuntariamente distorsionarla.
I te byty, te istoty lub świadomości mogą ją zniekształcić świadomie lub nieświadomie.
Y además, la persona que está en hipnosis tiene sus creencias, su mentalidad, sus perspectivas, sus opiniones. Esta estructura mental contamina también esta información.
A co więcej, osoba, która jest w stanie hipnozy, ma swoje własne przekonania, swoje własne wartości i wierzenia, swoją własną mentalność i przez tą właśnie strukturę całą mentalną również może dojść do jeszcze kolejnego zanieczyszczenia.
Y además, si nosotros queremos investigar por ejemplo, una persona o un ser que no tiene ninguna conexión con el ambiente hipnótico donde estamos trabajando, esta persona puede no autorizar la salida de informaciones de sí mismo.
A co więcej, jeśli połączymy się z jakąś istotą, która absolutnie nie należy do tego środowiska hipnotycznego, w którym pracujemy, taka istota może nie zgodzić się na przekazanie informacji.
Si hay interacción, si hay interferencias entre un ser y otro, es posible que circule información por las conexiones, por los pactos.
Jeśli jest jakaś interferencja między dwoma istotami, to wtedy dzięki tym paktom, albo przez te pakty, przez to połączenie, które istnieje, rzeczywiście wychodzą informacje.
Pero si en aquella sesión en concreto ese ser o esa persona se va a cuestionar y no hay ninguna conexión, es muy improbable que llegue una información autorizada.
Ale jeśli zdarzy się tak, że łączymy się z istotą, która nie ma z tym nic wspólnego, to jest bardzo mało prawdopodobne, że dostaniemy jakąś informację.
Entonces, imaginemos que queremos investigar sobre un personaje famoso de la historia.
No, na przykład wyobraźmy sobie, że chcielibyśmy otrzymać informację o jakiejś osobie niezwykle znanej, historycznej.
Si no tenemos de alguna manera alguna conexión con los elementos del ambiente hipnótico y esta persona, aunque no esté conectada, no autoriza esta información, pues no llega.
Więc jeśli wyobrazimy sobie, że ta osoba nie jest w żaden sposób połączona z tym środowiskiem hipnotycznym, w którym pracujemy, może się tak zdarzyć, że absolutnie nie zezwoli na żadne przekazywanie informacji na swój temat.
Y cuando pasa esto, hay siempre o casi siempre alguna entidad que se aprovecha de la situación.
I kiedy to się dzieje, zazwyczaj pojawia się jakiś byt, który wykorzystuje tę sytuację.
Se puede presentar con la supuesta identidad de la persona o del ser que estamos buscando, o puede de todas formas modificar o inventar una información por su cuenta, por su personal ventaja.
Może zrobić dwie rzeczy. Albo przyjąć, zidentyfikować się z osobą, o której chcemy zrobić tę sesję, przyjąć jej tożsamość, albo zmienić informacje, które chcielibyśmy otrzymać, tak aby to działało na jej korzyść.
Nosotros en sesión a clientes podemos trabajar porque el cliente nos autoriza a trabajar en él en su sesión.
Podczas sesji dla klientów możemy pracować nad takimi informacjami, bo otrzymujemy zgodę na informacje właśnie dzięki temu klientowi.
Y podemos trabajar con sus seres queridos, por ejemplo, o con los seres que interfieren con ella, propio porque hay estas conexiones.
I możemy pracować na przykład z istotami, które kocha ta dana osoba, lub z bytami, które w nią ingerują, właśnie przez to połączenie, które tam istnieje.
Entonces, hay una gran diferencia entre la sesión a un cliente para solucionar sus problemas y hacer sesiones para investigar.
Dlatego istnieje taka duża różnica między sesjami, które robimy dla klientów, aby rozwiązać ich problemy, i między sesjami takimi poszukiwawczymi, badawczymi.
Por eso digo que no existe una sesión investigativa.
I dlatego właśnie Wam mówię, że nie istnieje coś takiego jak sesja badawcza.
Lo que existe es un protocolo de sesiones de investigación.
To, co istnieje, to pewien protokół sesji badawczych.
Hay que seguir un protocolo y hay que seguir, ejecutar una serie de sesiones y con personas diferentes.
Więc trzeba zawsze śledzić ten sam protokół, a jednocześnie wykonać wiele sesji z różnymi osobami.
El protocolo tiene que ser único, unívoco, porque hay que preguntar en un tema las mismas preguntas para ir en la misma dirección.
Ten protokół powinien być zawsze taki sam, ponieważ należy zadawać takie same pytania, tak aby iść zawsze w tym samym kierunku.
Cuanto más está restringido este espacio de investigación, cuanto más podemos tener más probabilidad de tener buena información.
Im bardziej zawężamy obszar naszych poszukiwań, tym bardziej prawdopodobne będzie, że otrzymamy dobre informacje.
Sí, podemos también aumentar ese espacio, pero tenemos que aumentar proporcionalmente el número de sesiones por hacer.
Możemy oczywiście rozszerzyć ten obszar, ale wtedy będziemy zmuszeni również rozszerzyć ilość tych sesji.
Luego, cuando tenemos una grande serie de sesiones, pero estamos hablando de centenas o hasta de millares de sesiones,
I wtedy mówimy o olbrzymiej liczbie sesji, od setki po tysiące.
tenemos que recoger toda aquella información que es común a todas o a casi todas estas sesiones hechas.
I wtedy musimy pozbierać te informacje, które są wspólne dla wszystkich bądź prawie wszystkich tych sesji.
Esta información común vais a ver que es un porcentaje muy pequeño con respecto a la totalidad de la información.
I zobaczycie, że ta informacja wspólna będzie naprawdę niewielkim odsetkiem tych informacji, które się tam pojawią.
Son pepitas de oro.
To są takie malutkie ziarenka.
Es como si nosotros vamos a un río, vamos a coger este filtro, vamos a coger muchísima arena para recoger solo muy pocas pepitillas de oro.
I można to przyrównać do poszukiwania złota, kiedy filtruje się dno rzeki, zbiera się mnóstwo piasku, a na koniec pojawiają się maleńkie ziarenka złota.
Esa sí que es información de oro.
I to jest właśnie ta informacja złota.
Si hoy podemos decir que hay seres que interfieren bastante con el ser humano y que tienen formas de animales reptiles o de animales a forma de insectos, etc., es porque todo esto sale desde que se empezaron las sesiones de hipnosis y hay muchísimas, millares y millares con esta información común.
I jeśli dzisiaj możemy powiedzieć, że są ingerencje, które przybierają formy albo reptilii, albo jakichś insektów, to dlatego, że takie informacje wychodzą od początku naszych sesji hipnotycznych i są wspólne i jest ich tysiące.
Pero si yo digo que en la ciudad de Nueva York, en el 1452, en aquel punto, había una casa que vivía un viejo que se llamaba Tom, pues solo en aquella sesión ha salido, y cuanto más contaminada puede ser, no lo va a saber nadie.
Ale jeśli chciałabym powiedzieć, przekazać taką informację, że w Nowym Jorku w 1452 roku stał taki a taki dom, w którym mieszkał taki a taki starszy pan o imieniu Tom, to nie mam pojęcia, jak bardzo zanieczyszczona będzie ta informacja.
Así entonces se hace investigación. Es un trabajo muy largo, muy duro, y tiene que ser hecho con un protocolo riguroso y severo.
A więc właśnie w taki sposób należy robić sesje badawcze. Jest to proces bardzo długi, ciężki i który wymaga bardzo restrykcyjnego protokołu.
Entonces, por esto que nosotros ya vamos a empezar a hacer ciclos de investigación.
I właśnie dlatego zaczniemy teraz robić takie cykle badawcze.
La estructura del team, que cada vez va creciendo siempre más, y el número de clientes que cada día contactan con nosotros, nos permiten organizar estos ciclos de investigación.
I ponieważ struktura naszego zespołu cały czas się powiększa, a także liczba klientów, którzy kontaktują się z nami każdego dnia, te czynniki pozwalają nam na to, żebyśmy zrobili taki cykl badawczy.
Creo que ya he dicho todo, o casi todo. Cualquier pregunta podéis escribirla en los comentarios del vídeo o donde sea publicado el vídeo.
Myślę, że powiedziałem wszystko, bądź prawie wszystko, a jeśli macie jakieś pytania, to proszę zadajcie je pod tym wideo.
Gracias por vuestra atención.
Dziękujemy za Waszą uwagę.
Y gracias a ti, Milena.
Gracias a ti, Kalo. Dziękujemy.
Chao.
Ciao.